Hey everyone, D-Dub Squizzy here. Welcome back to Neverwinter Nights. Okay, so we're going through Burona's Well, and hopefully the first area of Coldwood. I think I've got time to do those pretty comfortably. That should be all. We might do a little more. I don't know how long it'll take. We'll see. Okay, so first things first. I'm heading right over to the Temple of Tyr. I'm just gonna loot some stuff. So there's a trial that goes on here. Roll Kid's trial. I think it's Roll Kid. Is it Roll Kid? It might be Rolgan. I don't know, we'll see in a second. I'm not actually going to do the trial till the end of the chapter, because if you finish it, Neverwinter goes to an inconvenient location, and I'd prefer that doesn't happen. Rolgan, that's it. Roll Kid is the guy over in the Lord's Alliance, like, arms barracks thingy. Okay. So, unfavorable. Regardless, I need these. Ah. Yeah, see, it did take out some hit points. Only 14. But it's 4 extra... It just hastes you, that's all they do. They're just boots of speed. But it gives you 4 extra armor class points and, like, doubles your attacks or something like that. It's insane. And then... Oh, yes. Bam. It doesn't protect me against acid, but it does give me freedom, and it regenerates me as well. Plus, it still retains the resistance to the more common elements that I get hit with. And I think that's everything I need from this guy. So, 31-35. I might do the trial if he doesn't give me as much money as other people, because then I won't sell things to him. Oh, I'm fast. Finally. I've been waiting the whole game to actually be able to move. Okay, Roll Kid should be right here. Yep. Alright, I don't need to keep that. That just says you have permission to kill people that he wants me to kill, which is 2 particular orc bandits, Voth and Guzud, who are actually pretty strong. I don't think... Yeah, there's a shady character here, but... Unless you're a thief, you can't buy anything from her. So I still can't sell traps, so no reason to pick those up. The Many-Starred Cloak Enclave is right here.
Greetings. I still don't think I want to give you access.
Alright, so she currently has better price than Nurik, I believe, right? He had 31-35, I think. Let me go right back and check. Yeah. Also, if she sells a Nymph Cloak plus 3, I want it.
Greeting. I still don't think I want.
So, yeah, that one's better there. I'll take this. And I can't actually use her laboratory, mostly because I don't have anything I can make there. I'm not a mage, but I think I can enter it, maybe? No, if you can enter it as a mage, she's got a bunch of reagents in there. But I can't. There's a druid up here. He gives me the quest to find out why the Uthgard are attacking Fort Ilkard down to the south. Okay, best price. I've got, I think, 1, maybe 2 other merchants. I don't know if you can buy from the smith in here. I think it's just Husher Clay that you can buy things from. Okay, though he's just as good as the druid. Either one of them will work. And I don't think you can buy from the smith.
Hey, what?
I could have him make me... Oh, whoops. not up and trying to stop. Just let me leave. He has the recipes of the forge stuff. It's basically all the same things that the guy in the first chapter could make. Except down here, they're +2 and have some slightly different effects. These people are hard to get money out of. Alright, he wants me to recover the Star Sapphire from Leyen's tomb in the Coldwood, which is north. The sundial there just actually tells you the time. Alright, so this right here, magical footwear known as gargoyle boots. There's like 5 tomes, I think, hidden around the different areas in this chapter. They're not for any quest, but they are worth... if you're a mage, you can make magical items with them. That's what El Toro's lab is for. And that's all that it's for. The tomes cannot be sold, are not part of any quest, cannot be given to anyone. So if you're not a mage, they're absolutely worthless to carry around. Alright, so I can do the trial in this episode as well. Because Nurik will move into the trial room, and then it takes longer to get to him every time, and it's just sort of annoying. Because he's the judge in the trial. Alright, there's more in here to look for. So there's 5 jurors and 4 witnesses, I believe. Maybe it's 5 and 5, if you include Rolgan, probably. Jevon and Zed here are both... There's one of each here. I think 2 of the jurors can be bribed. If you're evil, because bribing them will get you evil points, but they can be bribed.
Well met. I greet you.
You can also rob basically everyone in this entire, like, chapter. Like, see, I can lie to him there. That woman who came running over to me to talk to me about the Uthgard, I could have,
You're dead twice over!
Okay, and now I know that, since he was one of the witnesses, I know that Griff, the dead guy who Rolgan killed, had spiked Rolgan's drink that night when they were playing, before they played cards. This is the woman Aaron Gent wanted me to speak to. So she said there's a wizard's dungeon over in the Coldwood with a snow globe in it where she thinks a word of power is hidden. But that she can't get in there anymore, I think because Nax somehow kicked her out or something. The Nax is an elven wizard. This guy here is a juror, and he's just kind of the worst problem. The worst person, sorry. He's awful. He is very open to a bribe, though. You don't even have to try to convince him taking a bribe is okay. And one of the other guys you do. The other jurors, one is an Uthgard woman who wants nothing to do with you if you try to bribe her and will basically guarantee a sword instead. And the priest over in the temple, not Nurik, the other one, the young guy, he's one of the jurors as well. He will really hate you, and he's kind of biased against Rolgan. Not because he's an Uthgard particularly, although that might add to it a little bit. They do worship their own gods and stuff, and he's not a fan of that. The real thing is Rolgan was drinking. He admitted to that. He said he always keeps his wits about him when he drinks. However, that dude hates drinking and thinks that it's, you know, the most awful thing in the world. It's certainly not good. It makes you do stupid things if you aren't careful, but that's enough for him to immediately assume he is actually guilty. because he wasn't in control of his own faculties, and that's his fault. And he will not accept a bribe. He's probably the hardest juror to convince. You do have to play your cards carefully. Attempting to pull the he was drunk card is a bad idea because people will blame him for it. He did drink after all. Saying that his drink was spiked can change some minds. I think the priest will still be unconvinced because he's like, well, he still drank. Wouldn't have happened if he wasn't drinking. Which, true, but, you know, when you spike someone's drink, it's a totally different animal. I have only once managed to get a 100% acquittal. So there's no one in most of these places I need to talk to. This woman over here is Rolgan's wife, I believe? No, that's that woman. This one's a juror. I don't believe she'll accept a bribe either.
Let the earth take you.
Endar Heartfoot doesn't have anything special to tell you. He just wants you to defend Rolgan and get him free.
Yes, what?
That's his wife, who is a sort of witness, because she knows Rolgan, and he spoke to her before going out to confront Griff when he killed him. Yeah, she's difficult to convince, too, the old woman is. Basically, the story is this. Rolgan was an Uthgard. There was a particular guard named Griff who wanted to take everything he had from him and embarrass him because he was an Uthgard, you know, stupid savage and whatnot. And he thought he could. But he's not a guy who likes to take chances, so he spiked Rolgan's drink, to make sure that he failed at cards. It also impaired his judgment and caused him to gamble away important personal paraphernalia that wasn't worth much money at all, but was important to him as like an Uthgard. Then after that, he went back to his wife in shame, saying, I lost all the stuff. She said, you better go back and beg him on your knees to get it back, because, you know, that's what you have to do, it's important. So he went back to do that. When he showed up, Griff attacked him, thinking he was there for vengeance. He didn't even give him time to talk, he just attacked him, and Rolgan defended himself. Then, the moment he finished with that, some guards came out and saw him, and he, fearing for his life, fled to the temple, and has been here ever since.
You are here because Neurich sent?
Alright, I think I'm ready to go. Do not talk to Iglin first, or it will end the game, because he'll try to talk to you. It'll count it as you leaving conversation, and will end the thing. Jevon, did I talk to... I feel like I didn't talk to... No, I talked to all those people. Okay, so yes, 4 witnesses, and then 5 jurors. Ah, that's the thing. If you have a high wisdom, you can do insight. That's how I got 5 torches, which are for acquittal. Swords are for guilty. Oh, and then they make me say... Why would they do that? This dude's a tool, too. Igland here. It's like insulting them and stuff. Alright, so I convinced everyone except Edgar. 1,500 gold, over 1,000 experience. Alright, so the teleport scroll is to get into the place where the snow globe is at, which is one of the 3 main quests of this chapter. Alright, I don't think I need to talk to you anymore then. You can go back and get some thanks from the Uthgard, particularly Vanda and Roland. I forgot his name already. I don't think Roland is it. Rolgan. And to edit on the Lightfoot, Lightheart. The chieftain dude. Alright, so this here was an elven scout sent out by Aaron Gend to search the area before I arrived. He'll tell you there's orc bandits in the woods, and there is a mage circle that he lost track of because he sprung some kind of memory loss trap. But it's out here in the cold woods somewhere. That is some loud ambient noise. Hold on. It lowered all of the sound effects. Is there not an ambient? I guess not. That's a bad system. Alright, well the orc bandits have Vath with them. And Vath is one of those 2 I'm supposed to kill. Ah, some orcs. Yeah, those boots of speed change the entire game. I think that's going to be too quiet if I leave it at that. That's because of the rain. That's not regular stuff. And so it won't be permanent. And it might be annoying to listen to. I certainly do not like it. But if it's too low, then the whole sound on the episode gets all screwed up, and it's a whole thing. So I think there's spiders down here somewhere. And then other than that, no, it looks like it's all orcs. The scout here, I think, if I remember right, you want to let him sit there and yell at you till he stops. Because he'll summon some more orcs for you to kill. But I might be wrong about that. Yeah, the orc enforcers there, these guys, 2 or 3 of them spawn in if you let him continue yelling. They're not strong. Yeah, and they're not worth much extra XP, but hey, it's a little bit something. Oh, right. No acid protection anymore. It doesn't even matter, though, because with the Ring of Power, I'm regenerating 2 hit points around now instead of just 1. And my charisma's at a 20 now. Orcs on the other side of that pile of rocks heard me. Alright, Voth should be right there. Let's try to just destruct him. I don't think it'll work, but I can try. It worked! He failed. He rolled a 6. All he needed was an 8. Awesome. Well, he's worth 265. That is a dagger I need. This is Grimnaw's companion quest item. So, interesting little tidbit of information. That's the only one in this direction from... Whoa, what in the world? That's the only one of those items in this direction from Bureau as well. One of them is towards Moonwood. The other 4 are all down towards South Hillcard. Fort Hillcard. Down south. Even weirder, one of them, since, you know, they're all worth nothing except for, like, Daylon's brooch in the very first chapter that's worth 1 gold piece. But as a reward for helping out the Uthgard, their leader gives you a ceremonial spear. I think you also get the spear if you kill him. It's a pretty nice spear. It's enchanted, it's pretty strong, and it is worth like 11,000 gold. It's Daylon's quest item. Worth 11,000 gold. As a reward for a quest. It just seems kind of weird. It's a totally different situation than it is for all of the other companion quest items. And I don't think it's very well clarified that you're going to need to hang on to it if you want to finish that. Right, I think there's a dire tiger. Yeah. That's kind of a recycled trope that we'll see throughout this chapter. In every direction that you go, you'll find like a group of dire bear, dire tiger, and grizzly bear, a group of dire spiders, and a bunch of orc bandits. I guess south there aren't orc bandits. No, there are some actually. Never mind. They're not so much on the roads, but they're out there. Yeah, pretty much my biggest issue here is my hit points. It's not even that big of an issue. Since I'm a cleric, I just don't have that many of them. And see, now, getting the cleave attack doesn't really matter that much, because I swing so fast. Like, I think haste actually does double the amount of attacks you get around. So I'm getting, like, 4 or something like that. And you can close distance so fast and run around so quickly. It's just nice. Okay, I want to go talk to Roll Kid. I might as well deliver the head now. I'm not going to get the next one for a little while. And I also wanted to look through his inventory real quick. This one. So he's got this shield. It's +5 versus dragons. Normally, that's about the best shield you're going to find. But since I'm, yeah, I'm getting close to being level 15, my shield will already be +5 against everything by that point. Don't know why you would ever get that. Actually, wait, Spell Focus just helps you with resisting those things. That makes more sense. Adamantine breastplate's pretty cool. Chainmail is speed here. If you are a barbarian, I believe, that's about the best stuff you can get. Because then you don't have to wear the boots. You can replace the boots with something better. That's pretty cool, too. Alright, I wanted to check for that shield, really. Actually, does he have a... What kind of weaponry? The Bone Phoenix is probably also the best kind of weapon I'm going to find. Yeah, they have +2 ones. And I think if you're not a cleric who can enchant his own gear, you can get really good stuff, I believe, from the smith. From Husher Clay. I would not advise doing the smithing upgrades. It's really not worth it at this point in the game.
Hello there.
See, oh, there it is. Yeah, it's just a Morningstar +3. The only time I actually hung on to an item I got made in the first chapter for very long was when I was a thief. Because as a thief, I got the short sword Fey Duster. which could stun enemies. They had to save or they'd be stunned. And the stun thing let me get as many... I meant to sell things. I'll do that too. I've got plenty of time this episode. We're not doing much. The stun let me get free sneak attacks for a round. And since I dual-wielded, and they couldn't really react to it, I got some bonuses to hit and really tore into people. It allowed me to face-to-face fight most enemies with no problem, even though it was just a +1 short sword. I was getting so much sneak attack damage, it didn't matter. I'd even put down fire giants in one round if I could stun them. I tried to get the upgraded version over here. Instead of being a 75% chance to stun, it was replaced with a 50% chance to sleep, which doesn't let me coup de grace or get sneak attacks. They would go to sleep, I'd immediately hit them again, and they'd just wake back up. And so the one time I actually did do it, it was a waste. On top of that, it'll reduce your item to +2. Which wouldn't be a problem for me, but, you know, it was slowing people. Drone just slowed people. And the upgraded version, I don't know exactly what it would do. It takes fairy dust, which I don't have any of, and probably won't find out here either. But even if it was doing something better than slowing, I mean, enemies die fast enough. I'm not trying to annoy them, I'm trying to kill them. And the Bone Phoenix's extra elemental damage is better for that than anything else will be. Alright, well, I guess we'll end this one here then. I think this is pretty short, mildly uneventful, but I'm trying to keep things, you know, only take as long as we really need to. The next one will be clearing out Leyen's tomb, and then probably the rest of the actual Coldwood area in the other direction. And then we'll get our first Word of Power in the one after that, if everything goes according to plan. But that's all for this one. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.